Welcome, horrible people, to the Horrorble Opinions podcast. As always, I'm your insert cat noises here host, Kenny.
Is that it, Daniel? Is that it? Okay, that's fine. Hi, I'm your muddled, foggy fertility myth, Ryan.
Fertility myth?
I like you. Oh, you have no... I got a take on this one, buddy. It's not really a take, it's pretty obvious.
Someone needs to take this
one. You could tell me literally anything about this one, and I'd be like, did that happen? I don't know.
You guessed it.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
You know what? No. Let me tell you one more thing. When I was done with this movie, all I could think of was the scene in Willow, where Willow has brought the child to the town gathering, and they're all like, "Who's to blame? We must find the culprit and throw them in the pit." And I'm like, yes, Kenny, who's to blame?
I was gonna ask,
who's to blame?
Okay.
Who made us watch this? Who did this? First of all, somebody tell me what the name of the movie, because I honestly don't know.
I don't know if Ryan even told us his name.
Ryan, did you tell us your name?
Did
you do your intro, Ryan?
On that ceremonial penis knife fertility myth, Ryan. Okay, that's who I am.
Okay, well, so we all thought it was a dick and balls. Get it out there now. It was a dick and balls.
What movie did we watch?
Panther noise.
Wow! We watched a live-action version of a Ronin Warriors episode called The Witch from Nepal.
This movie was known as The Nepal Affair. Affair from Nepal.
Dad, that's appropriate.
And
that's appropriate.
A Touch of Love. And
that's also appropriate.
None of these titles work.
Those, they're fine, because there was an affair.
That's true.
There was a touch of love.
Yes.
And
there was a witch at one point.
Barely any witching.
Well,
was she a witch?
They didn't say heapins of witch.
She was more like...
She didn't do any witchy things. No, she wasn't the witch.
Well,
the Jaguar Man was the real witch.
She's a warlock. She was just...
I don't know the rules.
She was Christining all up and down that place.
You know, Ryan got big mad at, like, why the cat god in Zombie Island? Why is it a cat god? And yet I don't hear Ryan getting big mad for this movie. Why is the guy a panther man?
Why is she a cat lady?
Have we started?
They acted like cats too.
Have we started yet?
I've zoomed forward 30 minutes into the conversation.
Then you've passed my rant that none of this makes any sense. Why is he a jaguar? Why is there a temple? Why does it not come into play again? Why is there a jaguar statue on Chow Yun-Fat's desk that never comes into play? Because he doesn't turn into a jaguar, but he's got the statue.
Who fixed his windows?
Well,
his house did explode.
Yeah, well, number one, who came back, put Humpty Dumpty back together out of his house, who put the foundation. It's the three little pigs. They're good workers. They came back, they put it together after the big bad witch wolf blew it down.
Oh, guys, we shot this bad, like, the order wise. We already blew up the house, but we still need the house.
Why do you need it?
Oh wait, no. They shot it. I don't know why you need it.
Daniel, what's a synopsis for this movie? First off, hold on.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Let's get back to your first question. Who's to blame?
Wait, who is to blame?
Daniel's blame.
I didn't pick this movie. I did not pick this movie.
Definitely Daniel.
I think we were so excited after The Seventh Curse that this movie is tangentially related.
No.
To the square.
So, it's related in that it has people from Hong Kong. Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that enough?
People say that they watched this movie as a sort of like companion movie, The Seventh Curse, but this movie doesn't capture any magic.
Yeah, I watched Grown Ups as a companion movie to Star Wars.
See, that works. There's like a 2-minute fight scene at the end that the whole movie should have been. It should have just been that, non-stop. We should have been poking pressurized pipes and launching ourselves. Lightning should have been striking, shooting us from skyscraper to sky. That should have been happening for an hour and a half. Instead, we get an affair with some Harry Pottering for about 80 minutes. cat noises for 5 minutes.
Wow.
And then Outworld for another 3 minutes.
Okay.
And then 2 minutes of, Mortal Kombat. A whole heapings of penis knife and testicle necklaces.
It wasn't just me, was it? You see it too, right?
No, that's as soon as they got the knife too and then laid it down next to the necklace, I was like, I get it. It's dick and balls.
Okay.
I will now give
I'm your master.
the synopsis
Thank you,
from
Daniel.
from the point of view
Of
Tim
Tim.
from Pop-Tart advertising. Because so let me explain.
Please do.
There's a voicemail from Tom from Pop Art Advertising, because I guess that's who Chow Yun Fat Works is doing his little drawings for.
Okay.
But when the subtitles came up, I read it as Pop Tart Advertising, and I thought that was so funny.
Okay. Well, ding.
Go for it. It's warm. It's hot and ready.
It's gooey in the middle.
So I understand that you're going on vacation to Nepal, I guess. I don't know where that is. But I guess you're going on vacation there with your lady friend. And I guess something happened to you over there. And now you've come back with a secret student mistress who calls you master. Or wait, is she the master?
No, he's the master.
No, they're looking for a new master, but she's the one who knows the magic.
But
So-
she doesn't
Dobby
have
is the most powerful
penis,
person.
okay?
Oh, okay, I've got it. Okay, I'll switch it up. Him saying Dobby is making me switch it up. It's like Harry Potter if
Wait, did Harry Potter
fucked
bang Dobby?
If Harry fucked Dobby and left his wife.
Well, he did.
Cheated on his wife with Dobby because Dobby had puppy dog eyes.
And a great potato sack.
But also didn't speak the same language as him, so they couldn't actually communicate in any worthwhile way except through magic.
You do
Also,
it with
there's a
facial
che-
expressions, Daniel.
Also, there's a cheetah man who spends the entire movie running through sewers, going, wow!
He's in a Dio music video. Okay.
His hair is really good.
He's got 2 dots on his forehead. Okay.
That's more than one.
There's an artifact.
One.
There's some sort of an artifact. It's mystical in nature. What it does, who cares? Doesn't matter.
Okay,
Where it came from, who cares?
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Daniel.
Why she has it, why Cougar Man wants it, don't know. Movie
This is-
doesn't care, therefore I don't care. I'm Tim from Pop Tart Advertising. Get me my pictures of Spider-Man. I don't care that your house blew up and then magically acted like it didn't blow up. I'm Tim from Pop Tart Advertising. I've got a boss too, and he's breathing down my neck, asking me where the fuck my advertising is.
You got a broken leg. Your arm still works. Draw me some pictures.
That's what I do. I draw pictures. Draw
Get me
pictures of elephants.
Spider-Man.
Can I draw the pictures of Spider-Man?
Yes, you're a good
Spider-Man.
drawer.
Definitely fought a cat man
So-
at some point.
I think this movie, I don't know. This is a story
Sucks.
about the crops failing, and they've just done a whole bunch of mysticism to it.
What crops? What are you talking about?
That's what Daniel. So this is what this whole thing is. This whole thing is to make the crops grow.
It's always crops. It's always crops, Daniel.
we
So what are your
have
crops?
fertilizer.
So
So
the
crops
land
not growing really
is
isn't
barren.
a thing anymore.
Daniel, old man, he don't got the juice anymore. Old master, he old. Did you see how old he was and how shriveled his necklace
Old
balls were?
ancestor?
Yeah, that's why they need new young master to come help fertilize the fields. But
The
we
only
cannot.
thing he's fertilizing is her ovaries.
Daniel, I'm gonna help you out
That's
with this.
the symbolism,
I decided this
Daniel.
movie. I decided this movie was a tale of young Master Roshi, and that made it a little bit better for me. Because the whole time I'm like, this is Roshi. This is stuff he went through as he gained his powers with all his extra, marital affairs and stuff like that. Because he likes the ladies.
I don't think
like
he had
the
enough
Roshi
affairs
does.
then. I guess he was just getting into it at this stage.
Oh yeah, once he got enough power, he didn't need any more affairs. Then he just liked the idea of affairs. But
No,
yeah,
I
getting
always
balls.
pictured Roshi as like a dog chasing a car. He wouldn't know what to do when he got it.
Yeah, that's true. I'd watch they need
I'd
to do
watch
a
Roshi
prequel
humping
series.
someone.
Oh hell
I
yeah!
thought that's what you were gonna say.
Well, that would be happening if they made a Roshi like prequel series where we followed young Roshi growing up, attaining
Hey,
his power.
Coming to Netflix soon.
Don't tempt me, Frodo.
The Young Adventures of Roshi.
I just want to be a guy smacking people with bones, making tiger noises, living the dream.
What's the dream?
That's what I want to do.
No, why can't
That's the dream.
Why can't we let you have the necklace? What would be so wrong with letting you have the necklace?
Well, because you want it and I don't want you to have it.
But you're
Was
old
there even-
balls.
did he-
I'm new balls.
Right, but
Did he,
you don't talk like person, you talk like cat.
Meow.
Ow.
Yeah. In the dub version, what if they change the cat noise just meow?
Meow.
It's fucking.
Meow.
They take Bill Murray's Garfield voice and just
He's like, Mondays,
Throw it
am I
in there.
right? Meow.
Lasagna.
lasagna.
Cock and balls
We gonna fuck?
symbology. Meow.
Symbology.
Symbols.
So did he not have access to his magic if he didn't have the necklace on?
Who?
Chow?
So
What?
no,
What?
look, I don't.
I'm just
You
wanting
could
to know
ask
if
me
there was
literally any question, and I would say,
I just didn't know if there was a difference when he had the necklace on, where he had it off, because the lady seemed like it was important for him to have it on. But
it's a symbolic passing of the tribal testicles.
I think she won't sleep with him if he's not wearing it.
We've all been there.
Oh, well, I mean, you shouldn't.
What? You shouldn't wear it, or you shouldn't sleep with him if he's not wearing it?
You shouldn't sleep with him if he's not wearing a necklace. That's protection.
I can't let this go. So this whole thing, Daniel. Okay, stay with me. Jaguar Man and Chow Yun
Oh,
Fat.
I'm not Daniel. I'm Tim from Pop Tart Advertising.
Pop-Tart, listen to me.
Tim, write this down.
Them fighting, it's like two lions fighting over the pride. It's who gets to mate with all the ladies. This whole
But he already
thing.
did it.
He's already doing all the
That's
mating.
how he proves himself worthy.
He's banging Ida. He's banging Sheila.
Yeah. And that
He's
shows
probably-
stamina. Ida, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I didn't care for him kidnapping those children later in the movie either.
Yeah, they did do a kidnap.
They did not do a
Lots of them.
kidnap. He was helping
They
them.
kidnapped those kids.
Look,
You've never seen those kids get taken home.
yes.
Well, not
This
just
is
that,
true.
but like they're waiting
They got
for
took-
their parents at the ballet place, and then they're just like, "I guess you come with us."
What's raining?
Like,
isn't
no.
it?
Well, they were gonna take a cab. Apparently, the teacher takes all the kids home in a cab, which doesn't make sense.
Come pick up your own kid.
It's the 80s in Hong Kong.
You know what
That's fine.
though? You know what?
What?
That outfit that Chow had on in Nepal, fantastic. Look comfy as shit.
Oh,
Wide open,
sure.
like flowing
Hold
shirt,
on,
big,
someone
like,
tell me where
billowy
Nepal
pants.
is.
Isn't that like India, dog?
I don't know.
Tim,
I'm looking for the guy who's in Asia, and he's not saying anything.
is it Tibet?
What?
He's looking it up. I can see the glow
Yeah, the-
from your
the
monitor on your
monitor
face.
shade. It's okay. He can edit this out later and make it sound like he answered immediately. I do that all the time.
Who said it was near Tibet? You're pretty close.
I did.
All right, follow-up question. Where's Tibet?
Because Daniel asked the question and I was
So,
the only one
yeah,
that answered.
that's
You're
true.
the
It
only
would have
other
been
person
weird if
here.
I had
So
answered my own
Nepal
question.
is in between India, Tibet on this map I'm looking at.
Those are the two places
So
I
those,
said.
so those are Indian elephants.
That's why they're big, right? It's the Indian elephants that are big. Africans or elephants are smaller.
I don't know. You might know that. I don't
How am
know that.
supposed to know? I've only watched Ong Bak and I haven't watched that like in forever.
Those
I've
elephants
never watched
were
African Ong Bak.
huge.
I'd watch an African Ong Bak though. That lady drew him in like an anime scene. That was pretty tight.
Are you
So-
watching the movie right now?
No, I'm looking at my notes. I started watching this movie like 8 days ago, and then I stopped.
8 days ago.
And then I.
But we were supposed to record like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I was gonna watch it then, but then I was dying, so I was like, "Well, I'm not watching it. I'm dying. We're not recording."
Okay,
I've been dying for like a month.
we're dying every day. Get back on the elephant.
Not me.
Let's do this. Okay, we've gone through. There's a fight at the beginning, kind of. The lady.
Is there?
okay, so Jaguar Man comes in. He's like, I'm going to be the new Buck. This is going to be my pride.
American Jaguar Man. Meow.
Yeah, thank you. And the old master's like, peacock, because he's no longer he doesn't have any more meow left in him, so he just has peacock. But his peacock is pretty pathetic.
Yeah, as I say, if
I don't think your fertility thing works because men are able to shoot out the jism for a long time.
But it's not as potent.
Al Pacino just had a kid, and he's like 90.
That's quantity over quality.
I think it's De Niro.
You want good crops, Daniel. You don't want just any crops.
They both probably just had kids.
I'd sleep with them. What I wouldn't do is randomly stand next to a wild rhino.
Why not?
It's like a tank dog. You don't like tank dogs?
I would like them. I don't think they would like me.
I forget what...
Dogs like to jump up on you.
Oh, yeah. I forget. What's Chow Yun-Fat's character's name in this?
It's, hold on, I wrote it down.
It's Roland.
Ralph Crandall?
It's something. Joe. It's Joe.
Oh, yeah, it is Joe. I remember that. Yeah.
We got Joe,
Ida,
the plumber, and Sheila.
He's here. He's learning to draw. He's going sightseeing on an elephant. He draws things.
Wait, he's a plumber?
Runaway elephant.
Yeah. And you know what happened? He goes walkabout and, sneak attack. He gets sneak attacked by a river that just appears out of nowhere, and he falls down.
He gets hit by a tree branch.
He fell into the water off a elephant, bumped his head, clearly fell down a waterfall too. Right now, at this point in time, if I get out of bed weird, I'd die. So I don't know how he's...
Well, you're not in Chow Yun-Fat, like, moving around
he's
shape.
He's such a beautiful man.
You're not. Look at him.
And all I'm saying is, I want an elephant army.
Okay.
Like Hannibal?
Well, and they should have had Hannibal ride through there.
Fucking fuck up Carthage?
Well, this is the part where I said during the TV show Hannibal, him not riding a single elephant was a missed opportunity.
It's a different Hannibal. Hate
and
to tell you
said,
that.
Joe, how are you not dead? Because he should have been dead.
That's because I'd say something about rebirthing from the river, but nah. No, that's not here.
No.
That comes later after he gets it on
in the hospital.
He is hurt
with the rain. He is. Oh, our hero has an injury, an obstacle he has to overcome. Turns out, really, he's got bad leg.
He gets a good leg. Rub. He got bad leg.
You know what, Kenny?
I thought he was gonna.
Have you ever had a hospital say, "We're gonna keep you for observation"? Do you know what that means?
We're gonna get more money out of you.
You read my notes, my man. Absolutely.
Yeah,
that
but I don't. That's an American hospital.
Yeah, people go to like India and stuff for medical vacation so they can get cheaper medical care. Now, okay, look, the size of those hospital rooms were like studio apartments. Like everyone had a room that was just fucking massive,
and yet quite empty.
Yeah,
it looked like it only had a bed
and a big old room.
Maybe there was something to hold his chart, but that's all you get.
I mean, what do you need these fancy machines telling you your heart rate all the time and your breathing? You don't need that shit.
You don't need those. You need a TV, though.
Oh, Jesus, not again.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
You're going to fucking finish your advertising for Tim from Pop-Tart Advertising, you dick.
Oh, here you go, Tim. I drew a rectangle. There's your Pop-Tart.
Genius.
Fucking Tim. Pop-Tarts. Perfection.
Tim, how do you feel about smuggling yourself in luggage across borders?
Wouldn't do it.
Because Old Master told you to do it.
I feel like, okay, so Old Master tells me to do that. Yeah. I would have done that in like a magical way.
It's pretty magical.
I'd have been like, sure, Old Master, and bought a ticket.
What if she did, but that's where they put her?
With his card.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, women riding the luggage.
What if this was how Harry Potter had to get to fucking Hogwarts? Is he like put himself in a suitcase and then he put that suitcase on the train and then he had to hope. Actually, I feel like that happened in one of the movies. Now that I think about it.
Probably. I thought Joe was going to jump up and catch that airplane when he was sitting in his wheelchair and it was flying over. And Joe's like, oh, airplane. And then he gets like
very good, boom. Joe. That is an airplane.
The sonic boom like blasts him back into his wheelchair randomly. I mean, there was no sonic boom, but he did randomly shoot back into his wheelchair.
That's the power of the Firebird.
Clearly hiding in the luggage took it out of her, because as soon as she opened the door, she acted like one of us when the sun contacts our skin, and she just fucking died.
Well, it was probably a long flight.
Yeah,
From-
she
she
missed
was
the
From
probably
landing.
Nepal
sleeping.
to. Hold on, how long's the flight from Nepal to Hong Kong?
Probably 7 or 8.
Yeah, not as bad as the States to Hong Kong. That's 13. So suck it up. You can do it.
Okay, so they start dragging her ass into the hospital because this lady just passed out in the tarmac, and she's getting ready to get this injection. Okay,
Yeah, you say passed
She's
out on
going
the
to get this
tarmac.
injection.
She clearly just fell out of the luggage bin of an airplane and fell onto the runway.
It's fine. They didn't see that part. They just see a lady laying on the ground.
I think she's got
So-
luggage hanging around her.
It's fine. No, they're getting ready to give her this injection. Okay, she wakes up and starts freaking out, and then they give her the injection anyway, and the injection just knocks her out.
Is there only one hospital in Hong Kong?
They're not in Hong
Probably.
Kong. They're in Nepal.
The question
Well, then why
is
is she hopping out of luggage?
that they had to get back to Hong Kong at some point.
Where are they? Are they in Hong Kong? No, they're in Nepal.
If they're in
Wait.
Nepal, then she should already be
Been there.
there. And she
But
wouldn't
then-
need to hop out of a plane.
But if he's broken his
plot
leg,
hole, plot hole.
he broke his leg in
Eventually
Nepal,
they send
right?
him home, maybe? I thought so.
I think the
but they
plane
were at the
thing
same
happens
hospital.
later.
But
No,
no,
he's still at the hospital,
Yeah.
or is that a care place? I don't know.
It doesn't
Anyway,
fucking
the
matter.
thing
Nothing
is-
in this movie fucking matters.
The thing is,
Just
the
make
shot
up shit.
was, the shot was to sedate her, but they were trying to give her the shot when she was already unconscious.
Double sedate. You don't wake up occasionally, like from like
Oh,
a.
I never wake up.
You
When
don't
I'm
wake
asleep,
up and then
I
roll
never
over
wake
and eat
up.
another sleep gummy.
gotta keep him extra sleepy.
You can have too many sleep gummies.
Kenny.
It's a possibility.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, my loves. So at this point where I'm like, wait, they're both at the same hospital? What is this movie? Where did the witch go? Where is anything? Is this a drama? What have you done to us, Kenny?
Is
Not my
this
fault.
a drama?
The people said this was gonna have Seventh Curse vibes. It did not. Well, okay,
This is
so
a
I
Hong
thought
Kong Hallmark movie.
kind of.
Where instead of the big city lady going to the small town and falling in love with the local lumberjack who wears flannel, Chow Yun Fat goes to a lesser developed Asian country and falls in love with a village witch.
But still also keeps his girlfriend and still gets her in the end despite having multiple rounds of intercourse with said witch.
Well, I mean,
And-
at that point, it's like, yeah, you did it once, but
He
is
did
it
twice.
worse to do it twice? Might as well keep doing it.
Yes. It's still pretty bad. Because then it's ongoing. All I know is
Whatever. If she liked
she
it, she
sneaks-
should have put a ring on it.
she sneaks into Chow's room, and I thought she was gonna suck his toes like in that other movie. But then
No.
she like just tears a piece of glass out of a perfectly fine like pitcher, like just perfect little piece, and starts slicing down his cast. And he wakes up because of course he would. And then she turns into a cat by literally fucking launching backwards onto the fucking couch, and then immediately hitting the couch for her second pounce right out the fucking window. And I was dying at that. I was like, okay, something happened. This might be good. It wasn't, but I had hope for a second. And then he goes like, well, I better go wheel out there and find this lady that was about to suck my toes. And finds her all
My
like
girlfriend
hiding
ain't
in the-
never sucking toes. You find a toe sucker, you gotta keep her.
Gotta keep her. He goes to her room because he had seen where she was being sedated earlier, and she's just like in the corner, like freaking out. And he's like, "Take my hand, crazy cat lady." And then she freaks out at that because she's like a cat because she only wants to be petted when she wants to be petted. So she like fucking just chucks
I love
his ass
this,
out
yes.
the window.
Oh my god,
And then
yes.
she's like, oh fuck! If I chuck him out the window, he can't pet me later. So then she dives out of the window. And apparently, this is a really tall hospital, even though it doesn't look that tall. And she grabs him. They do like a fucking spin in midair. She rips off his things and then doesn't suck his toes, but manages to heal him in midair. And then spins out the momentum of the fall so they land safely, which makes sense.
I don't think she heals him. She's put the necklace on him.
No, she loses the necklace later. You think that just putting, well, if still he gets healed because of something she does.
Fucking witch.
She tried to push him right
you
off
know.
that balcony. That was hilarious.
Yeah, and then
Let me tell you something.
leaves
Tim from
with his
Pop-Tart
girlfriend the next
Advertising
day.
is not amused.
Really?
He's not, because
Tim's gonna have a hard time because this was like one of the most funniest parts of this movie.
Tim did have a hard time.
Oh,
yeah, that was a great part, and then it went back to bad.
well, then it went back to, oh right, you illegally smuggled yourself into the country. Here comes the immigration police to arrest your ass.
Well,
But you
okay.
don't
is that
wanna
a
go.
crime?
That happens. But, okay, so he leaves, gets picked up by his girlfriend, he goes to his house, he does a great hair flip when he's walking up the stairs, Chow does, because he's got great hair.
Great house. Hope it doesn't
Flipped
explode.
it. Yeah, great house,
Be
hope
a
it doesn't
shame.
explode and just fix itself. And then she decides to go back to the hospital? No. Chow goes back to the hospital to see her.
He's just
'cause
going
he's
for
like,
a
I gotta see
drive.
this toe sucker.
He's just going for a drive.
Yeah, it
Kenny.
just happens to be by the hospital.
Yes.
Yeah, and then, the freaking immigration shows up because they're like, we can't have no cat ladies here, and she does a leap from the balcony into a tree, and she loses the necklace in the tree. And he's like, oh, I gotta save this lady who's sucking toes. We drive my Jeep up there, or whatever that was, and then tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak. I'm gonna take this cat lady to my house and fuck her.
Not well, not. You're very cynical about this relationship, you two. I don't know. I think it was more sweet, more about the
It's an
crops.
abuse of power.
Oh, yeah. It was real sweet for Joe and Sheila. Not so much for Ida.
Ida,
You're supposed to be
Justice
teaching me
for
kung fu,
Ida.
not fucking me.
Baxter!
Master, this was not in the advertisement that Pop-Tart Tim was sent out yesterday on the radio.
It'd be like
Oh, God.
if Kill Bill drops Beatrice with the old Asian guy. The old Asian guy's supposed to teach her kung fu, not have sex with her.
I mean-
Well, why not both? Yeah, they're trying to talk to her, and like, what's your name? Sheila. No, not what you are. What's your Sheila? All right, well, Sheila and Mojo Jojo here, and then she magics his cigarette, and then makes a smoke thing, and then combines it with electricity and created electro, and then it
What?
went inside of him, and then she went to sleep.
Well, yeah, you get
Because-
tuckered out after
She does
doing that.
magic, and she turns into the little girl from Freebirds, the president's daughter, who just falls asleep randomly all the time.
Oh
That's a
man,
good
I wish we
movie.
had watched Freebirds.
We still can. And then Joe wakes up to a smoky house, and my first thought is, Master, I made you more smoke. Because she doesn't understand things. But it turns out she doesn't understand things, like how ovens work, and she's trying to make a fire inside the stove,
She was
which
doing.
doesn't make sense at all.
She was making.
Because
a
why would she even think the stove was a fireplace?
wood fire pizza? Now, how awesome was that? It just didn't work out.
I mean, she got the wood fire part, right?
It's okay. Let's go shopping.
Well, he ruined the stove. Now he knows she's a little special. Cleans up, makes her. Well,
Now he's
makes her
like,
some
hey, you're a little
breakfast.
dumb. I could take advantage of you.
Yeah, makes her a breakfast. She doesn't even know how to use a fork, but she does know when his girlfriend shows up to pick up all the other dishes when she goes to hide.
That's good
But she
side
doesn't see a
piece
second-
behavior.
And girlfriend Ida's like, oh, I thought you'd still be sleeping. And Joe's like, I'm not sleeping. I have a new slave.
Oh God. And girlfriend
Yeah.
Ida does not mention that he smells like smoke, or that the house probably still has black smoke coming out the
That's
window. She
because
just
the
lets
house
us all
doesn't have those
slide.
things. Because this is a regenerating house.
This
It
house is the most
fixes
magical thing.
anything.
And the house is the witch.
The house is the witch.
The house is a witch. And you know what? Now Chow, I'm just going to call him Chow. That's a better name than Joe. Has mind powers too. So they go out to a nice meal, and he's trying to do mind powers. And so this movie's doing this great thing where Chow is doing like squinting his eyes, like moving his eyebrows, and it's doing sound effects. Like he's trying to magic shit and nothing's happening. He has to try a bunch of times, and he unwraps his sugar cube, and then he manages to float it into his tea, and then he's trying to levitate his milk, all while Ida's over there doing her work.
So
And
the
then
point of magic is to do things
Just to show
that
off.
cannot normally be done.
It's not to be lazy.
It's not to fucking unwrap your sugar and then drop. You could do that with... God gave us hands for a reason. And every day we stray further and further from his light.
I think it would have been quicker if he just did it with his hands.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, he got what he deserved, though, when that milk splashed all up on his face. And then Ida's like, you're a fucking idiot, Joe. Tired of your shit, Joe. Yeah. And then Cat Lady goes back to the hospital, I think, to go get her necklace, and she busts right through a door like a cat lady does. And then then Joe shows up because he's like, I know Cat Lady's over here now, and I gotta go get my cat lady back. And then they do a sick jailbreak thing up from the roof, running around, and Cat Lady gets away and finds her necklace, and Joe gets caught. Cat Lady's like, well, got my necklace, see ya home, boss. And then Ida has to go get Joe out of jail, and she's like, what the hell's going on, Joe? And he's like, I don't know, man.
It wasn't me.
And then it wasn't me. They get home, she's all angry. He gets out of the car, and she's like, I'm tired of your shit, Joe. And Joe's like, I didn't mean to. And what he didn't mean to do was he farted in the car. It's a little car. So she got hotboxed real bad. And he didn't like that. And then he walks in the house and he sees Sheila in there, and he kicks her out of the house. And I'm like, why are you kicking her out? You got yourself caught. You could have jumped because you found out you could do high jumps now like fucking Super Mario Joe. But then you blame her. And then I'm like, burn it down because she's mad because she got rebuked. And so she brought up the fire out of the lighter and set herself on fire. And I was like, no, don't set yourself on fire. And then Joe's like, I'm going to hug that fire out of you. And then the house explodes because their power of their love and their fire hugs just blew up. And I like to imagine
this is an important plot point. The house explodes.
All the windows. This house is made of windows.
The house has exploded.
So this is like when like two powerful people, like their fists meet in a fight, they punch and all that, like the shockwaves, or like when Chi-Chi's like getting nailed by Goku, like their house routinely blows up from all the impact.
I don't know about that.
His house.
Okay. I can tell you for 100% sure the house exploded.
The house exploded. They've made very clear to show us that all the windows gone, and now she's naked because she was on fire and got exploded. And Joe's like, I'm gonna take you to Pound Town, but I'm like, Joe, Sheila got you in jail and was partially to blame for blowing up your house.
She bad kid.
Ida got you out of jail and didn't explode your house.
No, but he likes the danger.
And you know what? This cameraman likes hands and feet.
That's why I'm always thinking, because like Sticky C4, it's like, you could probably put your dick in that.
Shouldn't.
And that's what she basically is.
Who gets down?
Sticky C4.
Who gets down with rain going up your nose? I don't think that would be very comfortable.
And there's got to be glass everywhere too, right?
Well,
and she's got to smell like burnt hair.
Well, I mean, that's not a deal breaker, but having, like, she's getting...
Bitch, you blew up my house!
That's not a deal breaker. Look.
Yes, it is!
I'm going to quasi-waterboard you with this rain. No, the rain doesn't wash away that dot, okay? Dot. You know what washes away the dot?
Is that her uncleanness?
Oh.
She's no longer pure.
Oh, yeah, she had a dot.
It's gone now.
What does that mean?
Sniper got tired.
Sniper got blown up.
Sniper got glass in his eye.
And you know what? They're there banging, and we got badass cat guy fucking busted out of the side of the boat. Don't these people know how to use doors?
No.
No, they don't.
Just go through walls.
They don't. Did you see their temple? There were no doors on that temple.
No door. There were
That's true.
Doorways where you would put a door.
Wow. And then freaking Ida shows up at the house, and records just be flying out.
Ida shows up at the house,
flying?
And somehow, would you believe this? The house is fine.
The house is fine, but the records aren't. And I think she needed those records for her dancing. So is this Sheila throwing these records because she's like jealous?
No, because they needed to delay her getting there so that Shayla could get out of the way.
But she
has to go hide
again. Really question
under the
too
stairs.
Much.
Yes.
Well, she doesn't. For example, she doesn't question. Hey, what the fuck happened to the house? Did it get blown up? Because it looks like it got blown up, and yet
Why is there
It's not.
glass
Well,
all
no.
over the... Why is there a spot over there that looked like two people went to Pound Town in the rain on glass?
Like, there's a dry spot.
Oh, no, it
people-
wasn't dry.
Well, no, it was very dry. There was
Joe,
no foreplay.
you got explaining to do, Joe.
No,
Joe's just like,
foreplay.
let me buy you a
Exploding
record.
house is foreplay.
That is hot. Why did the records? She never really. She's like, oh, why are these records out here? And then like, oh, we'll go about our merry day. Like, no, why the fuck were there records flying out here?
Right, those were
We
her.
need
She
to
was
look
bringing
into
those,
It's
and then the wind picked them up and flew them out of her
it's,
hand
well,
for the
symbolic
thing that I
of
said.
jazz and
It's a good-
chaos and
It's symbolic of plans. The records are plans, and then you've got this little
Ooh, Ida's
Dobie
plans.
elf home wrecker
Yes,
coming
yes,
in,
yes.
fucking your man, and ruining your plans.
Well, Joe's like, don't worry, I'll go buy you more. And I'm like you care about Ida? You just banged that random ass witch cat lady, 2-timing ass, son of a bitch. And then we get new records. We're at the studio, and I'm like, you're really good at stretching to music. And Ida's like, let's do the birdie dance, kids. And then Joe seemed like he was about to tell her that he banged a witch. And I'm like,
Well, how do you
guys
start?
dance
How do you
while-
start
while
that
Joe breaks up.
conversation?
Well, you wait until all the kids get in there so she can't cause a scene.
She can't cause a scene, right?
you do it in a public place.
Well, yeah, you go and be like, look, I met this cat lady, and you know how cats clean themselves, right? Well, she did that to me, Ida. She did that to
she
me.
licked my toes. Ida,
I lifted
I'm
my
gonna
leg
break
and
up
she
for
went
you.
right at it, Ida. What do you want me to do?
There's nothing I can do.
What do you
Ida,
gotta
I'm
do?
gonna break up with you for a lady that doesn't know how to use a fork.
Also doesn't speak my language.
So
Can't communicate
Ariel, yeah.
at all.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it, see ya.
No,
He
if it
goes
was
to
a
track-
mermaid, that's different.
That's a yeah.
That's
He
different.
goes and tracks
Ryan.
down his cat lady. She's up there making a bow that never comes into play, and he's like, "Quit making bows. This is Hong Kong. I have
They
like
use the
12
bow.
guns." I mean, did they?
He shoots it, the arrow goes out, and then it boomerangs
yeah,
and comes right
but-
back because it's like, because they're
Back
like,
there.
yeah, it's going towards the witch, I think.
It doesn't just go out, Ryan. I'm pretty sure that thing goes into outer space, and then it turns into like a blue missile coming all the way back. Like she's shooting arrows at the stars.
That's true. You're not gonna get your
And
wish,
they
Sheila.
should have been
Sorry.
shooting rope at the stars.
Gotta shoot
well,
rope at
later.
the stars.
Later.
And then we get more cat noises and flippies.
Wow.
Hoo-rah.
Now.
Do they go at it again in a hotel room or someone's? They actually get to a bed at some point.
Yeah, and it's all hot and heavy, and he breaks her weird waist necklace thing for some reason. I'm
What?
like, that probably costs
Her
money.
chastity belt.
What is a waist necklace?
I don't know. It's that thing that
You've
they
never
wear
seen one of
around,
those?
like jewelry.
I'm pretty sure a waist necklace is a belt.
No,
That's a
no,
waist
no.
strap
Like a thin necklace that sits on your hips.
or a bracelet for your hips.
Okay, think about the word necklace.
Yeah.
That's why I said bracelet.
What is the first part of that word?
Pound Town.
In.
Neck.
Joe.
Yeah, but where's the neck actually in, Daniel? If you had no
Where
arms
does
and your
it
neck
end?
was slide as your torso, wouldn't it all be neck?
Isn't it
I don't
all
know.
just neck from the bottom?
Isn't it all
up?
just
Aren't
neck?
we all just neck?
Just walking
all just
around,
neck.
just necks, wobbling around, and other necks.
So they finish going to Pound Town again, and then they go on a drive, and there's a downed power line that gets them all excited. And in the downed power line, they use magic to draw two hearts in the air,
Oh
which
my
makes no
God.
fucking sense. I
Oh.
was like, what the fuck is this movie?
Well.
And then cat guy's out there still doing sick flips.
He's just running through
I don't
tunnels,
think he doesn't know where to go.
roads.
He's like, wait, someone did some weird hearts in the sky.
He
bet.
senses
goes
the
over there,
magic.
So
He just chucks that power line.
you know how like a house cat will act all big and mighty when they're in the house, but as soon as they get outside, they'll like dart and hide because they can't handle it. I feel like that's what's going on. He was okay in the village, but now that he's out in a bigger world, he's like scared and hiding in the sewers. Okay.
No,
Oh,
he's looking for Joe.
why?
He should be able to
I
smell
don't know.
Because
their
they
pheromones.
have to fight to get the pride, Daniel. Come
What?
on. The crops.
He wants to be new Ancient Ancestor.
He does. Did you?
I don't think that's actually it. I think he also wanted to fuck Joe. I think whoever fucks Joe gets to
Oh.
be Joe's main squeeze, servant, and then
Ooh,
Okay.
what's his
leisure.
motivation? I mean, I don't know.
I would have gone with him though, then, because
he had 2 dots.
He had 2 dots. He makes cat noises. She does not make cat noises.
She made a few cat noises.
He has not exploded his house.
That's true. And he didn't get caught by Ida. They just walk right into the house, and Ida's in there. She made a chicken, and Ida's like, aw.
It was really easy for Ida to get in there. She didn't even need a key because there's no glass around the...
Just walk through the non-existent glass door.
It's like, she just walking around cooking in that oven that was set on fire that would not work. And just casually walking through crunch on all the glass. She's like,
did you change something in your apartment? Because something feels off. I can't put my little toes on it because they're bleeding at the moment for some reason.
I scream. Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't like this new sensory path you've installed.
The oven doesn't quite work anymore, but I got this. I nailed this chicken though, nailed it. And then I lit some candles, and I waited for you, Joe.
That's nice.
That's nice.
I waited for you, and then you walked in with this cat bitch.
But how did she know Joe was coming back?
It's his house.
It is his house. Although, if you saw an exploded house, perhaps you would think maybe the owner is not coming back.
I've walked into a building that, like, the inside all burned down like a day before, trying to do my job because they didn't have it clearly marked outside that something happened. And I walked inside and it was late, and I'm like, well, this looks really weird in here. I don't remember these looking like this before, and it's not my usual place. And I go look at the wall, and I take my finger and I rub the wall, and my finger comes back black. And then I really look around and I go, oh, this building was on fire. And then I left. And I didn't leave their package.
Meow. Mondays, am I right?
Well.
No, we have to get to ballet, Daniel.
Don't you fucking wish.
No, because we haven't gotten... I don't know when it happens. Okay, it happens after ballet. So, Ida figures out Sheila and Joe, they're now a ritualistic crop-growing couple, okay? She's not into it, and Joe feels...
She leaves.
But Joe feels guilty about the whole thing.
Babe, I'm only boning her down for the crops. It doesn't mean nothing.
What he was gonna say there.
I just want some sick squash.
Like, babe, it's not what it looks. Well, actually, it is exactly what it looks like.
It looks like you're just cheating, but I'm doing it for.
I thought
you
about
love other cultures.
You took me to Nepal. This is your fault. You took me to Nepal. You took me there.
I'm advancing these people's agriculture, one hump at a time, and I need you to support me.
Pumping it up.
This farm tile will now produce an additional food for my citizens.
Yeah. So Ida leaves. Joe looks at Sheila and like, you did this, Sheila. And then Joe leaves, and now he's doing some angry hair swipes while he's driving. And then his necklace... He takes it off, like, testicle necklace, puts it on the side of his door there.
It's the last time my dick and balls get me in trouble. I'm done with them.
Ooh, very good.
The necklace starts glowing, and then all of a sudden his car fucking goes off the side of the road and flying through the air and does a barrel roll until it takes him all the way into Outworld.
Yes.
And then he like ends up in front of this temple that I'm waiting for fucking Zul to come out of. And then... he finds the Ajanti dagger, and then Catman attacks him and then launches him back into reality, where he immediately wrecks the car again. And then Sheila finds him, and she's like, all better, Joe. I cleaned your forehead, and here's your penis knife and testicle necklace. And Joe...
lifts his leg, says you missed a spot.
You missed a spot. She licks him down. And Joe thinks, you know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do, Joe?
I'm going to go corner my new ex-girlfriend, confront her in front of all these children as they do their last rehearsal before a performance tonight. I'm going to trap her in a situation she can't get out of unless she's going to scar these children. And that's a great play. People do that. That's good. That's a good move there. And then we get the kid fight. Because one girl falls down, the other, she's like, you fucking pushed me. I wouldn't just fall. And the other's like, I didn't push you. You just suck. And kid fight. And then Joe's like, hey, you guys made your teacher cry. This is what she's upset about. This is on you. You guys go take these pocket tissues. I got pocket tissues for you guys. and you go apologize to her because you upset her, not me. And they go apologize to her, and she's like, it's okay, children. And then the kids are like, man, I like this Joe guy. He's a real stand-up fella. He'd never cheat on teacher or anything. Hey, teacher, why don't you talk to him? Why don't we all get in his car, teacher? I don't want to ride in the cab, teacher. We all want to ride in the back of this car, not wearing seatbelts.
Look, seatbelts hadn't been invented yet.
No, in the front they were wearing them. Joe and I.
No, but like children, child seatbelts. You know?
And this is where they're driving home in this, and then Catman is doing his Dio music video, Wet Cave Run, and then all of a sudden the car turns into Christine, and then they end up back in Outworld with the kids. And I'm like, there's a cemetery, it's holy ground, they can't fight. So then he raises the dead, and I'm like, well, okay, now we got some zombie skeleton action, and that could have been cooler. It wasn't. It was okay.
What? This was the best sequence in the whole movie.
And it should have been better.
No, didn't he explode a dog at one point?
Dog? Are you
Didn't the Catman? Didn't a dog jump at the Catman, and then he like fucking exploded it, and it was like the goriest thing in the world?
That was when he Luthered through the hull of a boat and got on the dock, and then I think the guard dog came out.
That was the best moment.
No, these zombies.
Because you're like, whoa, movie.
So we got zombies.
We got zombies. We got a cemetery.
The car's not starting. He starts launching the cemetery fence post things like spears, and he does like 100 of these spears into this tiny car that's filled with people. It doesn't hit a single person. No kids get skewered. No lady gets skewered. Nothing.
I ain't never been scared.
Yeah, Joe severs a zombie hand by slamming the door on it a bunch of times.
Classic.
And then Cat Lady shows up to defend them. We don't get to see that because Joe starts the car and leaves. He's like, this is payback for letting me get arrested, Sheila. I'm letting you get beat up. And then, they go driving away, and all of a sudden Cat Lady shows up in front of them all bloody. Cat Lady's all fucked up.
Meow.
And then they go back to Joe's house with the kids. Still don't take the kids home. The kids are all sleeping on his couch together. They don't even make a little nest for them.
Why have they kidnapped these kids?
They needed them for something. Ida's up there taking care of Sheila, and Joe should have been like, before you go out of your way helping her and stuff, you should know I did sleep with her twice.
Twice that they showed.
Twice that they showed. So, you really want to help her, you're a good person,
You two are practically sisters now. That's how that works.
Practically, yeah. You're Eskimo sisters.
You're Eskimo sisters, yeah.
Now, Sheila wakes up and looks at Ida and goes, Joe loves you, but he loves smashing me too, though. So, and then Ida goes back downstairs with the kids, and Joe shows up, and then Sheila starts crawling off the bed, all bloody, onto his white carpet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ma'am, you are getting blood everywhere.
It doesn't matter. The house is going to magically fix itself. It's fine.
That's the one thing it can't do, Daniel. It can't get blood stains out of carpet.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I said, Sheila, no! For some reason.
She died.
She fucking died.
Oh, that might have been right.
And
then he grabs his big dagger and his two tiny nuts, and then it's time for a boss fight.
Tiny nuts.
This should have been the entire movie. Joe's moving around the city, and it's like how I imagine it actually looks like when you're moving around the world map and Nocturne and shit. It's a big empty city just running around.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Well, yeah, no one there.
All Nocturne-y.
Yeah.
And then Catman shows up with a fucking horse. Where did he get a horse?
So...
And then they're fighting, and I'm like, why are we fighting? And then he gets a shield.
Because he killed Sheila.
He did. Well, I know why Joe's fighting the Catman, because Catman started, but why is Catman really fighting Joe?
Because he wanted to bang Sheila.
Because Sheila said Joe's the real master with the balls, and Catman's like, no, I got the balls. Give me them back.
Look, Joe has the Master Sword. Okay. Joe's got the Ajanti dagger. He fucking hits the Catman sword on the horse and gets the shit knocked out of him. Then he gets a road sign for a shield and gets the shit knocked out of him.
That's so good.
Then he tears down a street light. A full fucking street light.
Yeah.
And he hits Catman to the moon.
This is stupid.
With the fucking street light. Shouldn't the Master Sword have been stronger than the street light?
Everything you're saying is stupid. This movie sucks.
So then he's up on the roof, and then Joe just starts running headfirst through the store and all his display
I did like
cases.
that, actually.
He
Daniel's back
angrily
on board.
takes the elevator. He angrily takes the elevator to the top floor. First off, you don't take the elevator. You could have jumped. He's shown that
got
he has
the double
magic
jump.
jumps.
Yeah, he's got the magic leap.
He hasn't fully unlocked his Neo powers yet.
But he should have at least taken the stairs, because you know the magic guy's gonna magic drop the elevator, and he does. But that's a really strong knife, and he stabs that into the wall to slow down his fucking descent.
That's just physics.
And then he takes it out, and it starts going up again. Then it blows the roof off all Wonkavator style, and then now we're back in Outworld again. Cat noises,
Meow.
and then we have all this build up, and then Catman just chucks Joe right off the roof after we spent 5 minutes letting Joe get up off the goddamn roof. And then they get back up there, he climbs back up, and then they're about to fight some more, but then they both stop and then look up randomly, and there's like lights. It seems like light shining. I'm like, is it a helicopter or something?
Kenny,
but then
you know how when you shine light on the floor at a cat and they start pawing at it, it's kind of like that.
Exactly. And then like Joe gets hit by lightning and like launches all the way across the sky through into another building. He lost his nuts, and then he's sitting there, and all of a sudden it's he must be in the boiler room of the Shining of the Overlook Hotel, because the boiler's got so much pressure, like it's gonna explode. And Catman gets over there, and Joe's like, I know what I'm gonna do. And he fucking stabs the pipe on the boiler, and the pressure launches Joe like a missile with the knife out in front of him, like the tip of a spear, and he stabs through Catman as they fly through the sky. And now I guess he's the Cat King or something. I don't know.
Meow.
That's the movie.
So
there's enough in this movie to make a really good trailer that really
Hey,
pissed people off when the movie wasn't good.
Hey, this is Tim from Pop Tart Advertising again. Just
Hi, Tim.
wondering
that
if you're
art for
ever
me?
gonna finish the advertising that we already paid you to do. We even sent builders to your exploded house while you were out and fixed that up. So maybe, just maybe, could you do your fucking job and stop pretending to be a wizard? Ooh, I came back from another country and now I'm a wizard. Do your job.
You're all fancy now because you went to another country and like you ate the local food. Now you think you're a world traveler.
I feel
I
attacked
made that
right
snide comment earlier. I know I made that snide comment earlier about is Ida making it to where you can't do your work, and oh wait, Ida, if you're listening to this, we love you. You're great, but let Joe work, you bitch.
That is what they say.
That's what Tim. That's the message. What the message from Tim said.
So 5 minutes of this was a fun movie. But then the American remake was so much better.
The Matrix?
The Golden Child.
Shut up. You shut your face. Tell me more.
Golden Child's nothing like this.
Are you kidding?
There's a dagger.
There's a dagger.
There's another country where he picks up a lady.
Also, I'm pretty sure the Golden Child is before this.
Doubt.
No.
Hashtag doubt.
Hashtag
What year is
90s.
this?
This is 87.
I'm gonna say
This
the
is
Golden
86.
Child is 84. I don't know that to be true.
Early 90s.
But that's what I'm going to say. No way it's 90s.
What do you mean, no way?
I'm saying no way.
Hold on.
Right.
This just in?
The Golden Child also came out in 86.
Oh!
Same year.
Ooh, dueling wieldo, banjo, pistols, dealing whining cats in the alley because they're both in heat. Meow, meow.
Hey, if you're done using your Ajanti dagger, can I have it?
I could use it. I
Need
don't
it
have
for my
a budget.
movie.
Also, are you going to use that horse? Because I could use a horse. No? You're going to keep
Use a horse.
I have never seen a horse on the street in Hong Kong, and I'm disappointed. Now that I know they're out there, wild stallions
that was
roaming
like
free.
30 years ago.
They probably ate that one as soon as filming finished.
No, they prolific breeders. They should be everywhere now.
They're gonna breed that horse.
That's the whole point of this movie.
It's not a
It's
cat.
breeding.
Is breeding.
This movie was not what I wanted it to be.
This movie
I'm so
sucked
disappointed.
ass.
We must
And the
take
people
this
that were
movie
like-
and throw it in the pit.
Whoever was out there and said, "Oh, when you watch Seventh Curse, a lot of people watch The Witch from Nepal as like a companion film."
We got
They suck
rickrolled.
ass.
That's what
We
happened.
got Rick rolled. There was, I would I would make a supercut of just the 5 minutes of this movie that I liked, and I would watch that again, and I would show that to people. But I would not watch this movie again. The cat noises were good,
Why?
especially when the tiger or the cat man made the mouth movements, and then they, clearly he wasn't making cat noises. They
Oh, no,
inserted cat noises,
those were his cat noises.
but he tried to make his mouth match the cat noises. That was good.
I like to imagine he had actual like dialogue.
Did you listen to the dub or?
No.
No.
Okay, I couldn't find it dubbed, so I didn't know if any of you did. So, because maybe there's an English dub, and then maybe that makes it hilarious or something.
This movie.
Like Joe's like, I just met you, cat lady, but you suck my toes. Let's fuck.
I'll get you a
just
litter
met
box
you.
so we can hang.
This is crazy.
But here are my piggies.
Suck my toes. So
Now
get
suck
with
'em,
you, cat
baby.
lady.
So go on, get busy. I'm lifting my leg. You know what that means? This movie was nominated for Best Art Direction and Best Film Editing at the Hong Kong Film Awards. And this movie won, apparently, Best Action Choreography for something.
Were there no other movies that year?
Yeah, as I said, did nothing else come out in Hong Kong in '86? Action choreography. I feel like that's a tough category to win in Hong Kong.
You would think.
This is coming from Wikipedia,
And yes.
so it could all be lies.
The
Wikipedia doesn't
director went
lie.
on there and wrote all that on there.
Greatest
Nobody
movie
does that,
ever.
Jackie.
Who knows what the truth is?
Inspired Highlander. Movies you should watch instead of this.
Oh, it says
The
this
Seventh
is
Curse.
it says this is Barack Obama's favorite movie.
Routinely had watch parties in the White House. Barack, can we just watch The Seventh Curse instead?
No, meow.
Now, hold on. Let me tell you about these cat people, though.
We're gonna come together.
Seventh Curse doesn't have the cat people.
Now let me be clear.
And
No, let me be clear. You asked me, can that cock and balls become more obvious? Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
Yes, we can.
I'm lifting my leg.
yes, we can.
You know what to do.
You know what to do, Biden.
Michelle doesn't ever suck my toes. Yeah. Well, back in the day in college, she would, but we were all a little freaky back there.
Meow.
But,
Meow.
yeah.
You know what to do, Biden.
Goddamn.
So this movie is not great, and I would not recommend watching.
I like to imagine he has seen this though. He's a cinephile.
Sure.
Oh, sure. So don't watch this, but Seventh Curse.
Don't watch this. Seventh Curse.
Go watch Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China. Free Birds.
Free Birds.
Deadly Premonition.
Go watch The Ronin Warriors. That's a great show. Just because I was thinking about it.
What did Waspinator think about this one?
I don't know. What does Waspinator think about this one?
Waspinator's toes never get licked. Waspinator's whole body hurts. She magicked his body back. Waspinator still hurts. Waspinator just needs a nice cat lady to settle down with.
Waspinator never got pounded in the rain.
Waspinator's so alone.
Waspinator very fertile.
Waspinator treat you right, Ida?
This is true.
Waspinator never
would've-
cheated.
Never.
Never
cheated.
Well,
maybe the next movie we do will be better.
What is the next movie we're doing?
I'm glad.
Does anyone know?
I'm glad you asked.
Waspinator, tell us what we're watching next.
Where are we?
Right here.
Okay, well, in 2 weeks, the next movie will be another. This one, I believe, is from Taiwan, called Lift to Hell. And good luck finding it.
how am I gonna watch
know
this?
If that's gonna be better. I got you, boo.
It is out there, but this one's pretty obscure.
I'll write you a synopsis.
I wish
Dan,
this
you just go
movie
off of
was
that.
more obscure.
For the sake of the world, it should have been buried deep.
Like a
down
Jumanji
below.
board.
Yeah.
When this movie
Well-
opened and we saw that temple, I thought we were rewatching The Seventh Curse again. Because
That was the hopes.
yeah,
That's how they tricked you.
because the
That's what
temple,
we wanted.
the outside of it looks Exactly. I think it's the same location.
They had an elephant. They had a rhino. They had a horse.
They had several cats.
Yeah,
Where did this movie go wrong?
everywhere.
I'll tell you where hey, it's Tim again from Pop-Tart Advertising.
Hi, Tim.
I'll tell you where this movie went wrong. Where he did not do his fucking job that I paid him to do, as previously established.
His house exploded, Tim.
Did it?
His house caught on fire,
His hair
Tim.
Did it?
Really nice.
His
If
cousin
something
was visiting
happens-
from another country, Tim.
If something happens, but there's no evidence of it happening, and there's no consequences of it happening, did it happen?
You know what?
Is this what he
really
was telling
bothers me about
Ida
this
the day
movie?
after all this happened? He's like,
Yeah.
you know, there's no evidence
Did I cheat on you?
that I cheated on you because
Who
She's
did I cheat
dead.
on you with?
who? Yeah,
Certainly not this dead girl on the couch. She's dead. Couldn't have been her.
she's dead.
Surely not these kids also on the couch with this dead girl.
They're ours now. They're gonna help
we
us
still haven't
harvest the
taken home.
crops. Yeah, they're field hands.
These are our kids now. You didn't have to birth them. You're welcome.
I want to watch the
This
movie that
movie-
takes place after this movie, where like the detectives have to figure out where these kids disappeared to, and they got to go get them back. And then we got like
It's
a
the-
SWAT team fight where they breach
It's
into his windowless house.
Glass house. This movie committed the same sin that Black Friday did. Black Friday had Michael Jai White in it. He didn't do a single bit of kung fu. How do we get an entire movie with Chow Yun Fat, and there's even fight scenes, yet there was no martial arts implied at all from him?
When does Hard Boiled come out? After this, right? Must be.
Hard Boiled is a damn good.
Never
That-
seen
There's
it.
What?
there's
Oh.
gun fu in it.
Oh my! Hard Boiled is
Look,
awesome.
Daniel, go into the basement.
No,
grab
I
my
don't need to. I
PS3
played
copy.
Stranglehold. I get it.
Well, okay, you put that back in, and then you play the movie that's on it because it came with the movie.
Comes with the
Stranglehold
movie.
was dope. Yeah, Hard Boiled is on the movie disc
Hmm.
or the game disc. Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, how you gonna not have him be kung fu fighting? Pissing me off.
Not a lot of wire work in this one.
Some weird flying across skyscrapers action. Like, yeah, I don't know. Look, this movie, I'm sure there's a 5-minute supercut of all the good stuff on YouTube. Go watch that.
Seventh Curse was way better. It had a little
Seventh Curse-
guy and a little demon guy.
It did.
They had one of thems. And
Now, that was a good
at
voice.
Ancient Ancestor. I'm turning around on that movie. Should have watched that
That's
movie.
a great movie. That's a great movie.
Chow Yun Fat with a rocket launcher.
I hope Seventh Curse makes it into our next game.
Our next game.
Our next tabletop role-playing experience.
Tabletop role-playing experience.
Scheduling players, you say. Impossible tasks, you say.
Impossible.
Nothing's impossible.
You making
As
noises?
always,
He's doing the shifty eye. I think he's
I've
Was he talking?
been your
he's sad about it.
He's talking now.
Wow.
Oh.
Host Kenny, and I'm sorry.
I've been Tim from Pop-Tart Advertising.
I've been sitting here lifting my leg, and you know what that means, Ryan.
You know what that means, Biden?
Sucks and toes. See ya, fuckers.